All right. This next one was probably one of the most controversial this year. AB 1955 was passed, and it came in response to a handful of school boards adopting policies that require teachers and other school staff to notify parents if a student identifies as a gender other than what's on their school records. Quote, teachers can still talk to their parents, Governor Newsom said at a press conference on Monday, in which he touted a new plan to improve career opportunities for adults. What they can't do is fire a teacher for not being a snitch. I don't think teachers should be gender police.
I feel like the interpretation of this law changes every time a Democrat talks about it.
Yeah, it seems like the rationale changes every single time that they do this. Like first it was I think it was we had Dr. Balkian on who was running for Congress, and he was talking about this law. First it was, well, they don't want to put the children in harm's way because if they go home to a family that doesn't accept them, and then it was now it's we don't want the teachers to be gender police, but you kind of are requiring them to be gender police because now they have to ask and find out about gender. Like it's just a weird
And they could be like, oh, it's
situation.
government trying to stay out of your family life, actually. It's like it just keeps every time
Yeah.
they literally change what it.
Yeah, because it's requiring teachers to hold on to a secret from the kid's parents that, okay, so the teacher knows about this kid's personal and intimate life and the parents don't know about this stuff. Like,
Apparently, so does the school, because if you're going by a different gender, a different name, then so are your peers are expected to
yeah,
keep.
right. It's a weird this one's definitely very controversial. I feel like we've talked about this one a lot. We've had whole
Yes.
I think we had a whole episode on it. Um
I
we brought yeah, so this one
feel like
definitely controversial.
we've had a whole episode on it, and then every time we brought on an assembly member, they would talk about it.
Yeah,
So
it was always this was the firebrand this year. This was definitely the one that like caught a lot of ire and a lot of people talking about it. Article goes on to say opponents of the new law said that parental notification policies actually strengthen ties between students and parents. And schools should not withhold information on such important matters. Like we're saying, like it shouldn't be the school's decision on what they withhold from their parents. Even through a parental notification measure that would have applied to all schools failed to qualify for the ballot, opponents vowed to keep fighting. Quote, this law doesn't clarify anything and nothing prevents individual teachers from bringing the issue up with parents, said Roseville School Board member Jonathan Zackerson. Hey, Jonathan, good friend of the show. An organizer of the failed ballot measure and whose district was among those that passed parental notification policies. So, quote, the battle continues. And this is a culmination this and another law that was just passed regarding state law banning voter IDs. This is like a backlash from Sacramento about localities and their control. So, like a lot of conservative cities and school boards, and I think this is the way to go. I think like a lot of conservatives are saying, well, we're not winning at the state level, we're not winning in the legislature, but we can win at local things, we can win at school board, we can win at mayor and city council, and we can pass these things. And I think that's how it should be. I think everything should be decentralized and more local as possible because California is just so damn big anyway. Like it's hard to just put one blanket policy for everybody in California and be like, this fits for everybody. It's like, yeah, it may fit for you up in the Bay Area or in LA, but it doesn't fit for Roseville or Redding or the Inland Empire. Like it doesn't fit those people. So this is the battle that we're seeing between localities versus the state government. Again, for people who love democracy, they don't seem to like democracy when it disagrees with them. So, any thoughts?
No, like you said, we've kind of hashed that so many times.
Let's see. One last thing. This is the one. Let me pull this one up. Prop 36, which obviously that's a big one that's going into effect this year. Talked about that a lot. Let's see. More taxes. That's always fun. California workers will soon have a little more money taken out of their paycheck by the state. This is from KCRA. California workers will have a little more money withheld from their paychecks starting in January 2025 because a small tax increase quietly approved by state officials to provide more money to the state's disability insurance program. A spokesman for California Employment Development Department, which administers and oversees the program, confirmed the SDI rate will increase from 1.1% to 1.2%. That means for a couple or individual with $100,000 in taxable annual wages will have $100 more total withheld from their pay this upcoming year. And this is due to the fact that they need to pay more to pay off that loan. If I'm
Oh,
that we
which
took out,
loan would it be?
that would be the big federal loan that they took out in COVID
Oh,
to pay for all.
wait. So this is the employment insurance that they're in debt? Is that one?
Oh, actually, nope. I got this. There was a different loan. That loan is being paid back by businesses. So
Oh, that's right.
businesses have to pay
So
that
people
back.
also get to pay. Okay. It's personal. That one's business. Okay. Sorry.
This has nothing to do with that loan. It says, quote, the state disability insurance program is funded by workers. In 2025, the amount of benefits an eligible worker can receive will be going up to better support working families so Californians can take time off, work to recover from injury or illness, or care for a loved one. State law allows the EDD and its director, Nancy Farias, to raise the rate based on a complicated formula by small amounts. A spokesperson for the department did not say when exactly the decision was made. So there you go. The head of it just decided we're going to raise it. And that's the problem when you give this much power to unelected bureaucrats. So we're coming up on the hour. We had some other stuff we want to cover. Maybe we'll cover in next week's episode. As always, we always pack our outlines full of stuff and then we don't end up getting to all of it. So
SB, I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, 1414, Shannon Grove, sex trafficking. That was a big
that,
one passed, which of course we've spoken about it endlessly.
mhm.
And now I'm forgetting all the details of it, but it has to do with, I think, increasing from like a misdemeanor to a felony if you trafficked like a 15, under 15. I'm
Makes it
sorry.
a felony to
Like I,
purchase or solicit a child 15 years and younger for sex. It was previously a misdemeanor before the bill was signed into law. Prosecutors will have discretion when determining how to charge someone who purchases a 16 or 17-year-old for sex. Discretion? I don't know why you would need any discretion for
I
purchasing.
don't understand that part. Like, as much as I'm glad that we passed this bill, I'm like, no, make it more. This is where I want more.
Yeah, this one I feel like you throw the book at people. Like there's no discretion at all when you're buying minors for sex, and it's just disgusting. So,
We could make it
um,
for sex.
but that one, yeah, this was the one that Shannon Grove passed. I think this is the one that they got a lot of backlash over, right? That they like killed in
Like,
committee, and then
arguments in the hall, and then it was people made phone calls like mad, and then Newsom had to kind of cave and get everyone to get behind it, which is great.
that's how you got to do it. All right,
I just wish it were more. That's all.
yeah,
And
that
it's a start.
it's a start, but I mean the fact that it was a misdemeanor is absolutely terrifying and sad. I mean, it should be.
Which I did want to kind of talk about that briefly. Not
Yep.
just that, but passing a Prop 36 again, so wonderful. But so much of this focuses on like retail theft and
Mhm.
stuff. And I want to see these disgusting, horrific crimes. Like I want to see those get like these like. I just feel like if you traffic, you buy a child, you need to spend your life in prison. Like that's
Right.
where like you're done. Go like you shoot somebody for no reason, you or kill somebody for no reason, like go away. You just
Mhm.
don't belong in society anymore. You and God can have it out, but like you and society are done.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you're buying minors for sex, there is no room for discretion. I think
Yeah.
it's there's no, I don't know.
Like
That
there's
is,
zero tolerance with some of these things. And then I feel
yeah,
like if there is zero tolerance, then I think we're going to actually see it drop off because people are like, well, they're actually serious. And I don't really want to spend, my life in prison for doing such a stupid thing.
yeah, slowly but surely we're chipping away at it, but it's a step in the right direction. But hopefully, maybe she'll introduce another law, make it even stricter, and then it'll get more national attention. So that's all we can hope. Any other laws that we missed that you want to bring up?
I'm sure we missed so many, but but no.
There's a lot of laws.
There's 1017. So.
Hey, thanks for checking out the California Underground podcast. If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you subscribe, like, share, review, comment, all that stuff that helps with the algorithm, helps people find us more. And if you want to learn more, you can always listen to our full podcast at Apple, Spotify, Google, all those different places that you basically find podcasts. Or if you just want to keep watching clips, you can check out clips here, or you can subscribe to our channel right here, somewhere in here.